What about Pakistan? Our next guest says the United States needs to stand by that volatile country, despite growing speculation of Pakistan's possible ties to terrorism. Why? Earlier today, Senator John McCAIN went on the record.
How about those Navy SEALs, huh? It's amazing what they've done, and you know, they really are the most professional people that I've encountered, and we're obviously very proud of their performance.
President get high marks?
President gets high marks, and obviously the President was heavily engaged, and the President and Leon Panetta and Secretary Gates and everybody all the way on down. And everything didn't go as planned in that operation, but they adjusted, and it's an amazing accomplishment.
What do we do about Pakistan? I'm very critical of Pakistan. I've been there. I've interviewed President Zardari, former President Musharraf, and I'm not convinced that Pakistan plays it straight with us.
I don't think there's any doubt that there are relations that exist between the ISI, the Pakistani intelligence people, and the Taliban, and the Haqqani network in Afghanistan that's actively opposing the government and us there. There's no doubt that there is a weak government with a lot of corruption. We have to care not only because of what happens in Afghanistan, but they're also in possession of a nuclear arsenal. And to see that country collapse would have the possibility of radical elements taking over and that nuclear arsenal being compromised. So there's a lot at stake there, and it's frustrating, but at the same time we need to do what we can to help that country. But in all candor, it's never been really a functioning government.
But isn't it almost, it's seemingly getting worse? If Osama bin Laden was there, and I don't know how long he's been there, and if the ISI was complicit or knew he was there, I suspect they were, and the military, and if you've got a weak government, you know, that doesn't help us long-term in Afghanistan or fighting the war on terrorism. I mean, is there not something, should we sort of change direction or change foreign policy or do something differently? Because this isn't getting better.
If somebody could tell me how to change for the better, I would like to know what that change is. I have had conversations with General Kiani and General Pasha, the head of ISI, and said, look, we've got to stop this, and they say that they are not. I think it's very clearly it's clear at some level there is a relationship there. The economy of Pakistan is in such poor shape too, and there is corruption there. So our options are very limited. But to try to assist them and try to move towards democracy, in my view, is a very difficult path, but extremely, the other options are not really viable. For a 10-year period, we cut off relations with Pakistan. Things got worse. And so to do that, obviously would not be the answer. I hope that some of the military-to-military relationships would be helpful. Well,
in Pakistan, there's the military, there's the intelligence, and there's the government. And I traveled with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton a while back to Pakistan and Afghanistan. But while we were in Pakistan, she made the announcement that the United States was going to give $7 billion in aid. The Pakistanis were outraged because we also wanted to know how they were going to spend the aid. Then we fly on to Kabul, and I go online and read the New York Times and find out that the rich people and the people in government in Pakistan don't pay taxes.
Well, we should demand accountability for American aid. And if it's not accountable, then we shouldn't extend it. I think that's just fundamental. But there is no doubt, at the highest levels, they do not pay taxes, and there is it's not so much corruption. There's a corruption problem in Afghanistan as well. Not so much as corruption, it's almost a way of life.
There's much more of our interview with Senator McCAIN. You can see it on GRETA Wire. Log on to GRETAWire.com. And straight ahead, our worldwide hunt for Osama bin Laden.